Welcome. Thank you for joining us. I am Mike Jeffries, and this is Barrie Wrestling's Rush Hour. And fans, this is an episode you will not want to miss, as the feud between Gabriel Fuerza and Reverso finally comes to a head, culminating in a steel cage matchup. A fitting matchup for one of the most violent and incredible feuds we have ever had here in Barrie. And that matchup was the main event of one of the best shows we've ever had, it was called C.R.E.A.M. So cage rules everything around me, but the show was called C.R.E.A.M. We have two other matches from that show tonight for you. We have Mark Wheeler, the Golden Gun, taking on a debuting wrestler, Vinnie Pacifico, and Myung Lee defending the Three Pistols Championship against the Hotstepper, Macrae Martin. TCO is going to be around later with an event center featuring some interesting words from the tortured artist Rajan Husher, but we are kicking this show off with that Three Pistols matchup, Myung Lee and the Hotstepper. Get ready, get your seat. It's about to get creamy. This is Barrie Wrestling's Rush Hour. Welcome to Barrie Wrestling Presents Cage Rules Everything Around Me. I am Mike Jeffries. Alongside me, as always, is Diamond Jim Lowe. Diamond Jim, we have the biggest, hottest crowd I think I have ever seen here in the FLCC.
What can I say, Mike Jeffries? Barrie Wrestling fans love the cream.
Well, that's how we're starting. What we're starting with is an incredible matchup. This is a Three Pistols title matchup. It is the Hotstepper challenging Myung Lee. Myung starting to close in on the record for the longest reign.
I have been here for 8.5 years, Mike Jeffries, and Myung Lee may be the most incredible champion we have ever seen in the Three Pistols division. And I've seen them all. Lionel Knight, just insane, John Atlas. But Myung Lee just keeps on winning and winning and winning. He takes on bigger and faster and stronger stars every single month. And somehow, Myung Lee comes out on top.
Well, and he's taking on Hotstepper. We haven't seen the Hotstepper in a few months. He is somebody that this Barrie crowd loves, and he has been very impressive in the ring. Myung Lee, though, he's been up to every challenge. He defeated John Atlas to win this title, and he has held it against repeatedly bigger and tougher competitors. But I am psyched for this matchup.
I don't know if he has faced someone who is as much of a total package as the Hotstepper Macrae Martin. This guy is huge. He is 6'3". He's not a beanpole. The man has some bulk, but he flies around like he's Myung Lee's size.
And we talk about, John Atlas, probably the best athlete we have. We can talk about him later in the show.
Come on, man.
Okay, the best athlete we have.
He is.
But Hotstepper, as you see him
I'm telling him you said that.
Getting his groove on in the ring there is Hotstepper. I'm not going to put down his dance background. The man is an incredible athlete, and you got to be a great athlete to move like he does. Not quite sure what this is in the ring, and I don't think Myung Lee really knows what's going on. Hotstepper with a deep lean, and then pops up into a knife-edge chop, and that took the smile right off the Hotstepper's face. Myung Lee ducks the chop, catches Hotstepper with a series of knife-edge chops, wearing out the Hotstepper.
Myung is an incredible striker, but I don't know if he realizes how physically strong the Hotstepper is.
Well, an incredible sit-out hip toss and then the shoulder block. Hotstepper let Myung Lee know he is here to fight. Oh, and he caught Myung. Lee able to slide out the back door. And Hotstepper again going for that handstand. Lee saw that one coming and enziguri to the gut. I don't know how else to call that one.
Wow.
And then a boot right to the chest, trying to cave in the lungs on Hotstepper.
A lot of wrestlers get intimidated by Myung Jae Lee's speed, his striking ability. Hotstepper's not backing down, but boy, is he ever taking a lot of punishment.
I'm sorry, that was just a double stomp off the apron to the outside, right in front of the Barrie Wrestling faithful here at the sold-out FLCC. Myung Jae Lee is here. He's ready to bring an absolute fight to Hotstepper. This is not fun and games for either of them. Hotstepper with a knife-edge chop of his own. I felt that one. Lee with a forearm.
I had the pleasure of talking to former two-time NXT Tag Team Champion Trent Seven before the show, and I asked him what match tonight at Barrie Wrestling was he most excited about seeing, and it was this one. He was so anxious to see Myung Jae Lee and the Hotstepper, two of the best young stars in all of North America, tangle.
Well, Lee, they're going for the finish with that double stomp, and you're right, this is a match that should be on everybody's must-watch list. Running dropkick in the corner from Myung Jae Lee. Going for another one. Hotstepper's on Dream Street. Look at that chest on the Hotstepper. And a basement dropkick to finish it off. Myung Jae Lee is fired up. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're on IWTV, if you're watching us on YouTube, wherever you are, thank you for joining us. Just a 2 count there for the champ.
Thought the champ had him there, actually.
As I mentioned, Myung Jae Lee is just I believe a couple months shy of the Three Pistols, the longest reign we've had with Three Pistols champion, which is currently held by Puff.
He needs to get to July to beat Puff's record. Excuse me. Puff, one of the all-time greatest champions in Barrie Wrestling history, the record holder for the Three Pistols title. But man, I don't know who can beat Myung Jae Lee. The Hotstepper is a legit star, and he's taking a beating right there. Like, the pain he's in, Mike.
I'm sorry, Myung Jae Lee just hit the, as he told me, the gwitty. Myung Jae Lee hitting the gwitty in the West Wing.
I feel very old.
Yeah.
I have no idea what a gwitty is. I just know I don't want one.
Well,
calm down, son. You're supposed to be a professional.
In the ring, Myung Jae Lee and Hotstepper just trading shots to the face back and forth in the ring. Myung Jae Lee so far getting the best of the strike exchange, then a knee to the gut, bringing Hotstepper down.
And that's very unique, Mike. Like, usually the Hotstepper has the power and striking advantage over his opponents.
There are 2 count after the snap suplex. You're absolutely right.
But I don't know if I've ever seen anyone punish the Hotstepper the way the champion Myung Jae Lee is.
Well, pound for pound, Myung Jae Lee might be the best striker that we have here. He might be the best striker on the indies, period.
Well, we saw, I think for years, you and I have both thought that Tarek was the absolute bar that any strikers measured themselves against. And Myung Jae Lee went toe-to-toe with him. Who came out on top, Mike?
Well, Myung Jae Lee, and the counter there. Hotstepper's going for the cradle, and he ended up, the rewind, and he ended up getting caught with a crucifix. But no, Myung Jae Lee defeated Tarek. And I want to talk about top strikers, Kevin Blackwood. He is up there at the top, but in the ring, this is not a strike. This is the rewind from Hotstepper.
Wow, that's got to be
the champ.
Oh, if the Hotstepper was able to cover Myung Jae Lee there, we would have a new Three Pistols champion.
Hotstepper turning back time with the rewind, but Myung Jae Lee, all the damage he's done to Hotstepper paying off there is Hotstepper unable to capitalize with a cover. Now both men pulling themselves up in the corner. But no, to finish the point, Tarek has beaten some of the best, Myung Jae Lee has beaten some of the best strikers we've seen with Tarek and Kevin Blackwood. Oh, they both had the same idea. There's a knee.
John Atlas can knock guys out with a single punch. Myung Jae Lee beat the great one.
And both men with the same idea 3 times in a row in the clothesline, taking each one down. Referee Brad Myers checking on both men, making sure they're able to continue. Might need to start the 10 count soon. See Hotstepper slowly realizing where he is, trying to grab the ropes. We are only about, 10 minutes in here to Cage Rules Everything Around Me, and we're already having a great show.
I'm just not sure if the bandit Brad Myers can count to 10.
Both men to their feet.
That's it. We don't have to find the answer to that.
What a shotgun dropkick from Hotstepper.
Crowd divided, though.
Diving elbow. Hotstepper taking off from halfway across the ring.
The impact.
Oh, the SOS, as Scott Hall liked to call it, the fall-away slam.
Yeah, but Scott Hall never popped up the way the Hotstepper did there.
Hotstepper up on the top rope. Myung Jae Lee trying to find him. What a diving clothesline, and he lands on his feet.
Martin has got to cover the champ, though.
Hotstepper.
I really got to, and I love the Hotstepper, but he's got to be more focused here. Every second he gives Myung Jae Lee to get back into this match is a second closer to Myung defending.
Well, now Myung Jae Lee with the count. He's got an ankle lock. That's one way to take the bigger Hotstepper down his size. Look at Myung Jae Lee wrenching on that ankle. Remember, we saw him beat Junior Benito with a submission. Myung Jae Lee becoming more and more well-rounded, but a
Look
great
at the
counter.
leg strength.
There's that, and I don't say it to belittle it. There's that dance experience, the dance work from Macrae. He has an incredible base, very strong legs, and a moon landing from Myung Jae Lee. And Hotstepper just 2 99/100ths gets the left shoulder up.
The champ has got to show more respect for the Hotstepper. That was a lazy cover, making it easy for the challenger to kick out. A rare mistake from the great Three Pistols champion, Myung Jae Lee.
Well, Hotstepper, he is in trouble. He kicked out on instinct, but he's not really sure where he is. But the crowd right now, as you mentioned, divided. Half of them right now behind the Hotstepper. And Myung Jae Lee with that vicious kick to the chest, but I don't know if it's having much of an effect.
It's having an effect, Mike.
Oh, the straps are coming down. Hotstepper asking for more. And a chop exchange in the middle of the ring.
Martin is feeling the adrenaline, but I guarantee those strikes are taking the toll. But Hotstepper's delivering is just as good as he's getting.
Hotstepper Macrae Martin there with the Matrix Punch.
Wow.
What a dodge, and then a right hand. Myung Jae Lee is out. He's out cold.
We've got a new champ, Iron Mike.
Oh, the champ just able to get the shoulder up.
I do not know how Myung Jae Lee kicked out. He was out cold. We saw him drop like lights were out, Mike.
And how about that punch? That is, you talk about a guy winding up for a punch. Macrae Martin's right hand came from the mat.
Unreal. Now you know why Trent Seven wanted to see this match.
Hotstepper there hurt his hand, it looked like, with that punch. That had some torque, that had some stank on it. Now he's got, oh, what a counter by Myung Jae Lee into a guillotine. Guillotine choke. Hotstepper trying to get to the ropes.
Hotstepper's got to take that extra step.
It's right now. I think it's under the jaw.
He's fading.
I don't know if he has it under the neck.
There's no way that Hotstepper can power out of this. Are you kidding me?
With his last gasp, he gets Myung Jae Lee
kidding me?
To the top rope. It looked like Hotstepper was able to tuck his chin. Myung Jae was not quite able to get that under the throat. What a running knee! Step up knee to Myung Jae Lee on the top rope, and a spine buster off the top.
Set Myung
Going
Jae
for
up
the
for something.
Spider kick! Oh, right on the button, straight into a pin.
The crowd felt that, Mike. You heard them counting.
Again, the champion able to dig down and kick out.
This is a loud, enthusiastic Barrie Wrestling crowd, and they thought for certain they were going to see history on that spider kick.
Hotstepper is looking for an electric chair drop. I think Myung Jae Lee slides out, blocks the
Great
Matrix punch.
anticipation from a Hotstepper.
Backslide driver from Myung Jae Lee, and a buzzsaw kick.
Now it's Martin who's out on his feet.
German suplex. Hotstepper powers up into a Busaiko knee.
Are you kidding me? Where did that come from?
Myung Jae Lee, he might be looking for it all here.
Lee's in huge pain, though. I don't know if you can connect with his full power.
But Hotstepper's in the drop zone. Double stomp to the back. Myung Jae Lee shoots the half. And the 3 count. Myung Jae Lee retains the Three Pistols Championship. So far, we've seen Kyle Boone relinquish the Barrie Wrestling Championship, and we have received word he does indeed have a fractured neck and a fractured skull. But still trying to light the championship on fire, and you can't do that. So he's relinquished the title belt. We've seen Trent Seven help Alexi and Nicole win an incredible fatal four-way match. Myung Lee defended the Three Pistols Championship with a victory over Hotstepper. We still have our main event of Reverso and Gabriel Fuerza in a steel cage. And now we're about to see a Barrie Wrestling debut of Vinnie Pacifico, the only wrestler I know of that's sponsored by an energy drink, sponsored by Bang Energy. Vinnie Pacifico sponsored by Bang Energy. He is the energy drink king. He is highly caffeinated. And Diamond Jim, we have in the past talked about how the White Russian Anton Alexiev, one of our Barrie Wrestling favorites we haven't seen in a while, how he lives the gimmick of the White Russian. This man, this energy drink, this is not a gimmick. He had 3 energy drinks before he got here today.
Vinnie runs on more caffeine than I run on barley and hops. And that's a lot, Mike Jeffries.
Is that a per pound, or you mean like just in general?
No, I think he's actually got me beat per pound. That's saying a lot,
That
man.
is saying a lot.
That's saying a lot. That's a lot of caffeine.
His pulse has a pulse. That's how much caffeine this man has in him.
His pulse's pulse has a pulse.
And as you can see, his tights are they got the Power Punch, which is his favorite flavor. It is a berry flavor. He wanted me to know that specifically.
TCO got a caffeine contact high being in the ring with Vinnie Pacifico.
And Pacifico,
He's got the shakes. I'm looking at him right now.
Pacifico, one of the top indie names on the northeast of the U.S. He said he wanted to come to Barrie specifically because of the wrestlers we have. He wanted to prove himself against the best that Ontario has to offer. And I can't think of many better than the Golden Gun Mark Wheeler.
Mark Wheeler, one of the most popular men in Barrie Wrestling and one of the most accomplished stars in Barrie Wrestling history. We talk a lot about Gabriel Fuerza, but Mark Wheeler has won the Florida North Tag Team Championship. Mark Wheeler has won the Three Pistols Championship. Mark Wheeler has won the Barrie Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. He is one of the greatest to ever step into that ring, Mike Jeffries.
And so if Pacifico is able to pick up a victory here, that instantly shoots, and we have a vacant title.
We could see Pacifico in the four-way on June 10th, Golden Glory 6.
As you mentioned, every match tonight instantly has heightened... I cannot think of the word to finish my sentence, Jim. Help me out. Heightened stakes. Thank you. It has been a long day here already. We've already had multiple incredible matches, and I cannot stress this enough. Kyle Boone tried to set our title on fire.
You know, I like to dump on you, Michael, but I don't blame you for being pumped up. We've never been in a situation like this with so many great stars who could be the next Barrie Wrestling Heavyweight Champion.
What a high-angle back suplex from Wheeler. And then Pacifico coming off the ropes with that shoulder block. Pacifico taking a trip to the outside, and Wheeler, I think he's calling for something maybe a little bit crazy. On Pacifico, saw him coming, got out of the way. Pacifico taking his tank. Oh, he needs a little hydration. And going for a little Bang Energy there was Pacifico, but Wheeler, the miss from Pacifico. Wheeler just got a face full of Bang Energy. Is that what Diamond Dallas Page meant when he said feel the bang? Maybe? Well, Pacifico, though, now taking advantage, wrenching at the shoulder of Wheeler, going for a pinfall. Wheeler able to get his shoulder up. Pacifico not happy with referee Brad Myers. And Wheeler with a left hand from his knees, lefts and rights to the gut of Pacifico, and then a forearm that found its mark, and a second one. But a knife-edge chop response from the energy drink king of the ring. Pacifico dropping Wheeler with a forearm.
Very impressive here tonight.
Pacifico very, very high on himself. I got that from my short time talking with him.
Can you blame him? Look at the man.
A little bit of a rake of the eyes, it looked like to me, as he was kneeling on Wheeler's back.
Pacifico is built like a linebacker, but he moves like a wide receiver.
Well, there, as you show that quickness, catching Wheeler with a running European uppercut, and the strength with the vertical suplex, taking Wheeler right up over the top. Pacifico looking for some praise from the Barrie Wrestling crowd. I do not think he's going to get it. Wheeler trying to get the feeling back into his hands. I saw Pacifico working over the shoulder earlier. Jim, I know you and I have both had shoulder issues in the past. Sometimes you get that tingling sensation in your hands. You'll do anything you can to try and feel your fingers again.
Yeah, but if there's one man in Barrie Wrestling who can work through pain, who can overcome adversity, it is Golden Gun Mark Wheeler.
Well, Wheeler with a left-handed knife edge chop and a right-handed chop. And again, working on Pacifico. Pacifico ducks that one. And a forearm that looked like it got him in the throat, maybe the jaw. Snapmare from Pacifico into it's a reverse. Looked like it was going to be a choke. He slipped under the neck for a second. Brad Myers right there. Pacifico working that chin lock, grinding on Mark Wheeler. Pacifico smartly, he's using his body weight and forcing Wheeler's head and neck to support his body weight. Just trying to wear down the Golden Gun. Wheeler fighting back with an elbow and then just gets spiked face first and then right back into that chin lock. Pacifico just grinding on Mark Wheeler.
Really impressive Barrie Wrestling debut from Vinnie Pacifico. He's been outright dominating Mark Wheeler, one of the all-time greats here.
Well, I mean, he can stay there all day. Well, yeah, he's got an energy drink on the side of the ring. If he starts to get tired, he can just top himself back up.
I'm in huge favor of topping up.
You're not allowed to drink at the commentary table, Jim.
Says
Wheeler trying to fight out. Pacifico continuing to hold on to his neck. And then Wheeler with a big right hand, blocks and comes back with another right hand. And again, Pacifico telegraphing those strikes, and Wheeler with a right hand to the jaw. Pacifico, common drop kick coming off. Wheeler with one of the prettiest drop kicks you will ever see. And then a pump kick to the face. Oh, but Wheeler got caught coming in, telegraphed that one. Pacifico up on the second rope. And Wheeler caught him. Pacifico goes 210, 220, and Wheeler just caught him into a suplex. What strength from the Golden Gun into a cover. Oh, I thought Wheeler had him, Jim.
Wheeler's still not right, though. Look at the way he cringes anytime he makes a move. He's still not feeling his hands. Maybe a bit of loss of feeling in his arms.
Pacifico did a lot of damage to Wheeler's shoulders. Now Wheeler going for the revolver. Pacifico had it scouted into a roll-up. Wheeler with a counter into a roll-up. Again, trading roll-ups. Wheeler able to kick out. Shotgun dropkick from Pacifico. Caught Wheeler coming off. Toss German suplex. Wheeler bouncing across the ring. Oh, and a 2 count. Wheeler able to kick out. Pacifico holding the hands down. Smart move in that cover. Angle slam from Pacifico.
Stakes absolutely huge here, Mike Jeffries.
Wheeler with a kick out again. He has wanted that Barrie Wrestling Championship back since the day he lost it to Von Vertigo. Sorry, to Gabriel Fuerza. He won it off of Von Vertigo.
Children.
And this is his opportunity with the vacant title. The Barrie Wrestling crowd behind Mark Wheeler. Pacifico
I don't know
taunting
who's
him.
going to be in that four-way, but I guarantee the loser of this match will not.
True, the winners of any matches tonight are not guaranteed a spot, but you do not want to come up with Falcon Arrow!
This could be it.
And Pacifico just getting his right shoulder up before the count of 3. Mark Wheeler did the deal with the Falcon Arrow.
Unbelievable impact there, Mike.
Wheeler now up onto the second rope. We don't see him up here very often. Going for an elbow shot. Pacifico saw him coming, got out of the way. Pacifico looks like he's going for a crossface, and he's got it. Middle of the ring. Wheeler's shoulder's in a lot of trouble.
Not fully locked in though, Mike.
You can see Wheeler's left arm. He's able to keep it bent into a counter, into a roll up, and Pacifico rolls back into a crossface again. He might have it a bit deeper here. You can see Wheeler's left arm is straightened out now.
Big difference there. And look at that, going right for the left arm as you identified, Mike.
Wheeler able to roll through, ducks the clothesline, going for the revolver DDT. He hit it. He got all of it. 1, 2, 3 count. Mark Wheeler victorious.
Welcome back to another edition of your Barrie Wrestling Event Center. My name is TCO. We've got a lot of stuff to get to as usual this week. We hope you're enjoying this episode of Rush Hour. We've seen some great action so far. We still have a huge steel cage main event coming up shortly. But before we get to that, I'm here to tell you that on Saturday, November the 2nd, Barrie Wrestling turns 10 years old. We are celebrating 10 years of Barrie Wrestling at the FLCC Arena. If you're in the Barrie area, grab your tickets. Reach out to us on the Barrie Wrestling social media platforms. You can get your tickets. They are selling quick. And if you're not in the area, then you can check us out all the time on IWTV. The greatest action that you can see. We're there every month. Make sure you check us out. This week, Barrie Wrestling Management has received a special video from our women's champion, Shilo. And of course, she is always accompanied by Kyle Boone. We're going to go ahead and play that video for you right now. And then I'm going to have a special announcement about our main event for next week right here on Rush Hour.
Can someone please explain to me why, as the Barrie Wrestling Women's Champion, I have not been featured on a single episode of Rush Hour? I've been carrying the women's division on my back for well over a year after beating an NWA superstar. And there's not even a mention of me on your show? And you know what? Some people might say that the way I won was a little bit controversial, but you know what? You can't prove that.
Can't prove it one bit.
He's
Grabbed onto his shoulder.
No, are you kidding me?
Title shot to the head from
Turn
Kyle
around,
Boone.
Myers. Turn around.
Taylor's out. Shilo into a cover. No! No! No!
That was doctored footage! That means nothing to us! We're out of here! That doesn't prove anything! We'll see you next Tuesday!
While we may not always agree with their attitude or their actions, Barrie Wrestling Management has agreed that Shilo has made a good point. That is why right here next week on Rush Hour, she will be defending her Barrie Wrestling Women's Championship against number one contender, Bionic Woman Alexia Nicole. It is going to be a huge main event right here on Rush Hour. Now, I am just getting word that the steel cage has been set up and we are ready to start our main event this evening. The man they call El Diablo, Gabriel Fuerza, going one-on-one with bitter rival Reverso. It's going to be an incredible match. Before we get down to that, I want to remind you all one more time, fans, Saturday, November the 2nd, Barrie Wrestling is turning 10 years old. We hope that we can see all of you, if you're able to attend, at the FLCC Arena for what is sure to be an incredible night of action. My name is TCO. Thank you so much for joining us this week on the Event Center. We're going to leave you this week with some disturbing words from the artist, Rajan Husher.
Van Landon, I don't think you and I have been properly introduced yet. I am the greatest creative mind of our generation, but you can just call me Rajan. Not sure. See, for my entire life, Van, I've been so painfully alone. Not a single person I've ever met has the same gift of creative sight that I do. That is until recently I crossed paths with someone operating on a similar wavelength to me. him and I both agree that there's no art in what you do, no. No, you climb tall ladders and you jump off of them and the people, they cheer for you. Meanwhile, a genius could stand right in front of them and they would choose to ridicule him. So I was given a task by him. And that was to cleanse Barrie Wrestling of people like you. When I cracked that painting over your head, that was just a warning. You could have left then and there, but no, you chose to get back up. I'm gonna paint that buried canvas with the carcass of Adland. And I want you to know, everything that happens to you, that's on you. Because I gave you an out. I gave you an out, Van!
Fans, it is time for one of the most anticipated main events in Barrie Wrestling history.
Weighing 180 pounds, hailing from Mexico, he is Mr. Everything in Barrie Wrestling. They call him El Diablo, Gabriel Fuerza.
Diamond Jim, this past October, Reverso took the title from Gabriel Fuerza. 9 months prior to that, Fuerza took Reverso's mask. This rivalry has been brewing for a year and a half, and it is finally going to come to an end inside that steel cage.
Almost 9 years of Barrie Wrestling, and we have seen intense rivalries, outright hatred, men who wanted to literally rip the limbs off of each other, but there has never, and I mean never, been a rivalry as intense as Gabriel Fuerza and Reverso.
Fuerza's all smiles, having fun with the crowd right now, but I guarantee you, in about a minute when that cage door closes and locks, there will be no smiles. This is going to be hatred and violence personified.
Hailing from Destruction Bay, Yukon, weighing 175 pounds, Reverso.
In Diamond Jim, in almost 9 years of Barrie Wrestling, have we ever had anybody as sadistic, as sick as Reverso?
No, we've had men who love inflicting pain on other men, but Reverso takes it to the level of almost art. He is sadistic, he is cold-blooded, and he is lethal every time he steps into that ring.
We saw him take a sword and stab it through the contract and through a chair that was in the ring during the contract signing last month.
He tried to put it through Gabriel Fuerza. I don't know why you're soft-pedaling that. He tried to put a sword through Gabriel Fuerza. That's how much he hates the man.
We have talked about this. The cage is there because it deserves to be there. This rivalry deserves that, but the cage is also there to protect the fans and all of us around from what these two men are about to do to each other. But Fuerza's looking to get this started outside the cage, going at Reverso with a chair, and a chair shot to the gut from Fuerza. El Diablo, he's got Reverso up against the cage, swing and a miss with the chair. Fuerza trying to end this match before it can even begin. We've seen Fuerza do some evil, bad things in his time with Barrie Wrestling, but we have never seen him quite as, violent, quite as uncaring with his opponents as he has been with Reverso.
Not just his opponents, everyone around. He just threw Reverso into the security gate there. Could have injured a fan. He doesn't care. He just wants to hurt Reverso.
Fuerza with the chair. Reverso doesn't even have his jacket off. He can't really see. Reverso with a vicious chair shot to the back. Reverso is Reverso's crawling underneath the ring.
I don't blame him. Gabriel Fuerza is just dominating right now. The Barrie Wrestling security have got to get out there and get these men into the ring.
Reverso tossing Fuerza, or Fuerza, sorry, tossing Reverso into the ring. He's got, is that a kendo stick or is that Reverso's sword? I'm not sure, and I'm not sure I want to find out.
Though. Bandit Brad Myers, day late and $1 short as usual.
Reverso. Oh, Reverso with a miss to Fuerza. Right in the eyes. It was about 7-8 months ago. Reverso was wrestling Alexia Nicole. Fuerza was not allowed to lay his hands on Reverso during that match. So he instead, when Reverso would not release a submission hold, hit Reverso with the mist. And Reverso now, Jim, I have to say, he's got his mask back too.
It's a mask. I don't think that's the mask that Gabriel Fuerza took from him, though.
But regardless, this cage match, this main event here for Cage Rules Everything Around Me is underway.
He's taunting him with the mask.
Reverso trying to get the mist out of his eyes.
Mike, you were right. That is the mask that Gabriel Fuerza took from him.
Reverso going back to his roots. The mind games between these two, as violent and horrible as they've been to each other physically, the mind games have taken this rivalry to a whole different level. And they're boot to the midsection by Reverso, side headlock. And Fuerza's shoulder really bothering him. You can see on those two shoulder collisions in the middle of the ring. Reverso blocking this body slam attempt. Fuerza steps over, sending Reverso into the ropes. Fuerza off the ropes, Reverso leapfrog. Fuerza floating over, sending Reverso off the ropes. Hip toss by Fuerza. Now trapping the wrist and shoulder of Reverso. Magistral Cradle going for the quick victory as Gabriel Fuerza. Reverso able to kick out at 2. Diamond Jim, you are our Barrie Wrestling rules expert. Traditional cage match rules, you can win by pin, submission, or escape, or is this just pin and submission?
I believe it's just pin and submission, but honestly, neither one of these men will settle with escaping to win. Say what you will about Reverso, he wants to finish Gabriel Fuerza. Say what you will about Gabriel Fuerza, he wants to finish Reverso.
Well, Fuerza looking to finish Reverso here. Reverso with the counter. Fuerza face first off the cage. Fuerza getting a mouthful of steel on that one. And then sending Fuerza face first again into the cage. And Reverso now taking the mask off.
You know, for years we thought Gabriel Fuerza was the absolute master of mind games, but he has finally met his equal in this man.
Reverso is, there's just something wrong with him. I've said that about him for months.
Reverso when he takes the mask off?
Dan Pisano, Reverso, whatever you want to call him, he is unhinged, he is not well, and Reverso was broken when Fuerza stole his mask, and he has just not been the same.
He spent 9 months. He couldn't even deal with his family, he was torn apart.
He pulled out a sword in the Barrie Wrestling locker room. Both these men were suspended because of that. And Reverso springboard, reverse kick to the face on Fuerza, and then a back elbow in the corner. And then a kick to the chest as Fuerza sitting down. And Reverso with a Meteora in the corner. And again, Fuerza nowhere to go, can't roll the outside. A third Meteora, caving in the chest and the collarbones of El Diablo. The Mr. Everything of Barrie is
out right now.
He's in trouble. Pisano is enjoying this, slapping the taste out of Fuerza's mouth.
This is the only way this could end, Mike. And I hate to see Gabriel Fuerza looking the way he is right now. But for both these men, it had to be like this.
Pisano trying to escape the cage. Fuerza's got the chair. Pisano trying to unlatch it. Struggling with it. And Fuerza with a chair to the back.
The impact of that chair shot.
And Fuerza with a chair to the ribs. Crushing, knocking the air. Driving that right into the solar plexus of Pisano. And turnabout is fair play. Fuerza trying to put Reverso right through the cage. Here's that vicious, sick chair shot again. You know, we've seen Reverso nearly land in the front row a couple times, and I think if not for that cage, he would have done it again. Fuerza asking the crowd which side wants it. Reverso's not sure where he's at. Again, off the cage. Fuerza dishing out some torture on his own.
Fuerza unleashing months of frustration, months of hatred. Reverso showed up in Barrie Wrestling. Fuerza offered him an olive branch, gave him an opportunity here, and Reverso stole his title.
Fuerza trying to pick up a pinfall win there. Reverso kicking out.
And then once he got that title, he used it to taunt and torture Gabriel Fuerza. One of the most disturbing matches you and I have ever called was Reverso against Fuerza's friend, Alexia Nicole. Reverso tortured her.
That was tough to watch. Alexia Nicole technically victorious by disqualification in that matchup. And there, Fuerza might be looking for the Witcher lock here. Pisano able to counter twice. And a slingshot, but Pisano, he caught the cage, jumps off the top rope, dodging Fuerza, and then fires a chair.
Unbelievable.
Fastball throw right off the head. And Jim, what I'll say about these two, you hear this a lot, both these men think they're the protagonist in this story. Pisano, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting back at Fuerza for Fuerza costing him his mask and costing him his livelihood.
His identity. Fuerza cost the man his whole identity.
So you have two men who are fighting for everything they believe in, and they both think they're the hero in this story. But Pisano, Reverso looking to do some damage. He's got that chair set up in the corner, and he's got evil intentions.
When does the man not have evil intentions?
Putting the boots of Fuerza in the corner. You're right, Diamond Jim. Talking some trash to Fuerza before he's able to counter the Irish whip. Catch him with a chop, sending Pisano face first into the turnbuckle. And a knife edge chop to the chest. That one rang out off the walls of the FLCC. A stiff right hand now looking to send Pisano in. Pisano with the reversal. Fuerza head first into the chair. Chair wedged up against the cage. Fuerza is out. You saw his legs buckle underneath him.
His forehead swelling up. He could be seriously injured here, Mike.
That chair had nowhere to go. And yet the match continues. Fuerza kicking out. It is somehow going to take more to put him away.
Here. Oh.
You could see the turnbuckle shaking from that impact.
You don't ever recover from hitting your head that hard. Never.
Reverso looking for the driver's side airbag here. Fuerza able to counter with the back elbows. And a nice arm drag counter from Fuerza. Fuerza with the leapfrog. Going for the handspring, but got caught.
Well scouted by
and
Reverso.
No disqualifications. A low blow into a roll-up. I don't know how Fuerza was able to kick out. Reverso going way downtown on Fuerza. And now he's got him over by the ropes, hanging Fuerza up. Clubbing blow to the side. What is Reverso looking for here? shotgun drop kick into the cage.
Unbelievable. Pisano's not just looking to win this match, he is looking to end Gabriel Fuerza's career.
Fuerza able to kick out. The low blow, the shot off the cage. Pisano unblinking, unrelenting, and now looking to grind on the face of Fuerza, pulling on the nose, fish hooking him, taunting the crowd. Driving knee, driving the air out of Fuerza, whose throat was hung up on that middle rope.
And that's the thing for Reverso right now. This is as much about sending a message to the fans of Barrie Wrestling as it is ending Gabriel Fuerza, because he knows about the special relationship that Fuerza has with these amazing people.
Brainbuster from Pisano. The Barrie crowd nearly silent. Fuerza just able to get his shoulder up. This is an absolute complete sellout. One of the hottest crowds we've ever had, and Reverso has sucked the life out of the building as he continues to beat down on Fuerza. Fuerza stomping the foot and then a headbutt. Fuerza fighting with everything he's got left in him. But that one shot from Pisano out. Fuerza still coming. Both these men are on rubber legs. The crowd trying to will Fuerza back into this. Fuerza caught the kick. A blow to the back of the knee, a chop, and then a short arm clothesline by Fuerza. A series of strikes, innovative offense from El Diablo. Oh, and Reverso went for absolute broke.
Gabriel Fuerza will tell you that the crowd doesn't matter. Gabriel Fuerza will tell you the cheers don't matter, but he has been reinvigorated by the Barrie Wrestling faithful, and Reverso is paying a deep, deep price.
And a handspring kick sandwiching Pisano between the ropes and the cage. The cage is a weapon. It is the third member of this matchup, and both men using it to full effect. And Fuerza sitting deep in this Boston Crab. Reverso in pain, nothing he can do, but able to counter, roll through, and then kicks out to get Fuerza off of him. And then Pisano again able to land on the top rope and catch the cage. But this time Fuerza's got his foot, but he eats a boot to the face. Where is Reverso going? Fuerza like a cat up on top. Jim, I don't like this at all. This is a precarious spot for both men, high above the FLCC. And now both men inside the cage, but on that top rope, and Fuerza lost his grip.
May have injured his neck as he fell there, Mike. Pisano's decided he just wants out of this.
Reverso able to get a handful of Pisano, pulls him down. Oh, but face first, and then Reverso, poison Rana!
God.
Fuerza bouncing face first off the cage, right into that poison Rana. Brad Myers checking on Fuerza, the lights are on, but nobody is home. Spiked on the top of his head. Now where is Pisano going? Reverso might be looking for the 5-star frog splash moonsault. Where are you going?
Are you kidding me?
Don't do this. Pisano, don't do this. It's not worth it. Oh, nobody home. Moonsault from the top of the 12-foot cage and nobody home. Fuerza, look at the impact on that replay. Fuerza just rolling out of the way into a cover. And if Fuerza had anything left in the tank, that would have been a 3 count, but he could just drape an arm across Reverso.
Look at Reverso's back. This man looks like he's been to war, and that's because he has been. This is unlike any match we've ever seen in Barrie Wrestling history.
This, as you said before, this is a blood feud. This is one of the deepest rivalries we have ever seen.
Not one of, it is the most intense rivalry in Barrie Wrestling history.
Reverso yelling in Fuerza's face. Fuerza to his feet, catches him with a forearm. Reverso just yelled, "That was for my mask." I don't even know what to say about this anymore. These two men are on their last legs and are just throwing nothing but haymakers. Spin kick to the gut from Reverso and then a European uppercut.
This is hate in its most distilled form, Mike Jeffries.
Knife edge chop from Fuerza now. He's looking for, could be the Fuerza bomb. Reverso, though, great ring awareness, able to grab onto the cage. And then a mule kick to the back of the head on Fuerza. Reverso walking the tightrope. And then a cartwheel dodge. Oh, but Fuerza able to jump out of the way. Standing Spanish fly. Fuerza following up. Fuerza bomb.
This has got to be it.
But it's not straight into the Witcher lock. Middle of the ring. Reverso Benetti taps out. Reverso tapped out. Fuerza wins. Check out the replay of the finish here. Standing Spanish fly, that wasn't good enough. Followed by the power bomb, that wasn't enough for Fuerza. And then the deep Witcher lock. Dan Pisano, Reverso with no choice but to tap out. Diamond Jim, what a match, what a main event, what a show this has been.
The crowd absolutely in awe. He doesn't want to be a hero, but Gabriel Fuerza is the hero of Barrie Wrestling, and he has finally vanquished his most hated, despised opponent.
Fuerza now with Reverso's mask. Fuerza just said, "I'm sorry." And once again, trying to extend a peace offering.
Two years of hatred, 2 years of bile, 2 years of taking everything from each other. It ends in violence and it ends in respect.
Fans, there you have it. The ending of one of the greatest rivalries in the history of Barrie Wrestling. Gabriel Fuerza victorious over Reverso inside the steel cage. For TCO, Diamond Jim, and everyone else here at Barrie Wrestling, thank you so much for joining us for this week's episode of Rush Hour. If you have never seen Barrie Wrestling live, there is no better time to start than this Saturday, November 2nd, as it is Barrie Wrestling's 10th anniversary show, still enjoying the journey. Limited tickets are available, so reach out to us on social media if you're interested. We have Jody Threat, the IWTV champions Fresh Air, and a host of incredibly talented wrestlers. Fans, this is going to be an incredible night. And of course, don't forget to tune in next week, 7 p.m. right here on YouTube for another episode of Rush Hour.